Hello YouTube, Dave here again. Today I'm going to be doing something a little different. I'm going to be going through this binder of NHL hockey cards. I have not looked inside this binder in well over 20 years. In fact, it's just been in storage from place to place that I've lived in. Interestingly enough, I was actually thinking about this the other day, with everything that's sort of going on and the hockey season being put on hiatus and most likely just not going to be happening. It just, again, just brought this to the surface of my thoughts, and I honestly had thought that perhaps this was just lost because I couldn't remember if we had brought the box that it was in from the last place that we lived to here. So we were going through one of our storage closets the other day, to set it up as sort of this, quarantine zone for things we get in that can't wipe down with disinfectant, and we got a UV light to go in there to help just be an extra level of protection kind of thing. And the downside is that it fades things, or has potential to fade things. So we had to pull out all of my overflow stuff from my collection out of there, and just try to find anywhere to put it for now until things go back to normal, hopefully, and I can reclaim that closet. But this was one of the things that was in there, and I was really blown away to see this. And it kind of sucked because we had set this aside for just a couple more days, just in case it had come into contact with anything. But today I am finally going to be opening this up. So a little bit of a backstory. Obviously, I'm Canadian, and hockey is a big part of my life. And this was something that I got way back in like 1992, 1993. And I don't think I've added any cards to this binder since like 95, maybe 96. So it's going to be interesting to see what's in here. I honestly can't remember much of what's in here. I have some rough recollections, but anyway, I just thought it'd be kind of fun. It's something a little bit different, but it is still a form of collection. This was one of my earliest collections. So without further ado, let's get into here. Hopefully it's not going to be too dusty inside. Like I said, it's been well over 20 years. Probably like closer to 25 years since the last time I looked in this, but here we go. So the very first page, see if I can angle this down maybe a little bit. So the very first page is just filled with Wayne Gretzky cards. These were all from his time, obviously, with the Los Angeles Kings, but it's still really cool. I mean, we've got the 2000th point card there, when he won the Lady Byng Trophy winner. Just two of them actually, yeah. So two different Lady Byngs. I think they're both from the same year, just different companies. Score 91 and O-Pee-Chee. Oh man, I remember just like going to a local corner store and buying some packs of cards and bringing them back and looking at them here. The franchise, Wayne Gretzky, Los Angeles Kings, season leader, 122 assists, 1991. Oh man, this is... and then an entire page of Ed Belfour cards. I was a huge fan of Eddie Belfour back in the day, and I mean I loved his helmet. As weird as it sounds to people that are familiar with hockey from modern day, Belfour was really one of the first people to have this like really cool design for this style of mask. Like there were goalies before that had just like the face shield that they may have little designs on, but I remember like so many goalies in this era just had like the solid colored helmet, and it was kind of boring to look at. But being on the Chicago Blackhawks and having the eagle on his helmet is just man. Again, 1990, 1991. So yeah, I'm thinking that this is probably the 91 series that came out in 92. But wow, league leader in wins, Ed Belfour. I gotta see something here. I almost don't want to take these out. Actually, let's just look on the other side. Awesome. Okay, we'll get to that in a moment. But what's also kind of neat about these is that they actually had like stats and stuff on the back too. So for the 2000th point for Wayne Gretzky, we have just the breakdown. 80 or 79-80 had 137 points, 51 goals, 86 assists. I'm going to be pouring over this quite a bit. This would probably be like a 5-hour video if I keep up like this. But anyway, so Ed Belfour, and then one of my all-time favorite goaltenders, an entire page dedicated to Patrick Waugh. Again, he had sort of a design on his helmet too that I really liked. And this Vezina trophy here was awarded to him, so that you can see that on the, you can see it on the back. So they had just the trophy on the front of the card and who won it that year. So this is 1990. So I must have got this in geez, maybe these cards are older than I thought. And then I have another one just here with him up against the Quebec Nordiques. Yeah, wow. And a little bit of overflow. So we got some more Patrick Waugh. Holy crap. Sergei Fedorov, O-Pee-Chee Super Rookie? Huh. Joe Murphy, Brian Murray. And these are probably the newest cards that I have, honestly, right here. And I think I traded for these because I didn't have anything from this team. So this was the Mighty Ducks, Anaheim Mighty Ducks. So this is probably, I don't know if it gives the year, on here or not. I think this is also when I was trying to somewhat alphabetize. 1994. Okay, so that's when these cards came out. So we have Guy Hebert, Anatoly Semenov, Sergei Fedorov, Super Rookie. I'm actually gonna have to look that one up because I'm not going to get rid of these or anything, but I'm just wondering if that has any value to it. So here we're getting into, I think these are relatively alphabetized. So, and this is something that will make the father-in-law very happy. I'm going to be taking pictures of these pages and sending them to him. I think that's just the card. Okay. But here we have Boston Bruins, and just a bunch of players from Boston there. We have Ray Bourque from the All-Star game, and then the Boston Bruins card there, the team facts. So let's just take a quick look at that. So team facts. First NHL game, December 1st, 1924. Team history, manager Art Ross guided the franchise for 30 years. Distinguishing himself as one of hockey's great innovators, his contributions were pliable nets, the beveled edge puck, and the fiber guard to protect players' Achilles tendons. He was the first coach to pull his goaltender for a sixth skater. Wow, okay. The Bruins reached Stanley Cup Finals 8 times before Art left in 1954, and the team continues a winning tradition under President and General Manager Harry Sinden. Cup winners, so they had 5 cups at this point in time, and this was 1990. So, geez, I got these in 91. So they 1929, 39, 41, 70, and 72. Prince of Wales Trophy winner. That's back when the league was divided up into like Prince of Wales and Art Ross, I think, were the Campbell. It was Campbell and Wales. It was weird. I think it's kind of almost like the idea of American League and National League in baseball. Because I think that the two conferences were like, they weren't Eastern Western like what we have now. I think there was sort of a mix, and I think that's actually why teams like the Toronto Maple Leafs stayed in the Western Conference, even though they should have been in the East. But I think it was just because they were traditionally in the conference that Montreal wasn't, and I think the whole thing was they wanted to sort of keep that potential rivalry alive, is what I'm assuming is the situation. But yeah, so Ray Bourque, Andy Moog. I actually used to really like Andy Moog as well. Stephen Leach. Yeah, some cool stuff here. Boston Bruins coach Mike Milbury. Wow, Mike Milbury, okay. Yeah, another Stefan Quintel. Phil Esposito. I recognize the face. The name just escaped me for a second, but Phil Esposito card. That's pretty cool. And I guess there were a lot of Boston Bruins cards. This isn't going to look well on me when I speak to the father-in-law. But actually, something else I kind of liked in these days is that if players got traded during the season, like before, like they were traded after the picture was taken for the card, but before the card was actually published, then they would actually put like who they are with now in the corner. So we have here, so Stephen Leach was with Washington Capitals, but he was traded to Boston, so this is technically a Bruins card. Just trying to see if I recognize any of the other names here. Some of these are going to be duplicates, of course, but holy crap, another, okay. This is the last page of Bruins cards, but just see. Honestly, don't recognize too many of these names. Andy Moog was sort of the big one there that I recognize, but now we're getting into the Buffalo Sabres. Pat LaFontaine. Yeah, just, oh man. Another traded. So again, it's interesting. 2 traded cards in a row have Washington Capitals sending to a different team, but like, so this is a Buffalo Sabres card, but he's still wearing his Washington Capitals stuff. There is kind of interesting. Man, oh, this is just kind of getting caught up in the nostalgia here. Then we got the Calgary Flames. Al McGuinness, one of the all-time greats. Doug Gilmour, when he was playing for the Flames. I actually kind of forgot. I really forgot a lot of the teams that Gilmour played for, and I always liked Doug Gilmour even when he was with the Maple Leafs, but I completely forgot that he was with not only the Calgary Flames but also the Montreal Canadiens, which was kind of interesting. And then we have this one I probably should have put in with the Maple Leafs, but I put in with the Flames. Just trying to, wow. And even seeing, pictures of players without a helmet on, because that was a thing. Although I don't think this was from an actual game. That may have been from a warm-up, but still pretty cool stuff here. Calgary Flames. So Trevor Kidd, holy crud. Trevor Kidd again. Theo Fleury. Oh, man. And anytime you see Boston getting gooned on, I'm okay with. I mean, not really. I don't want to sound like a jerk. But yeah, oh man, this is something else. I think that is a Calgary Flames card, though, right? Yeah, Gary Sutter. Wow. Yeah, Theo Fleury. Another Theo Fleury card. Another Al McGuinness card. Mike Vernon. Wow. Okay. Oh, this just takes me back. Wow. Actually, a lot of Flames cards here too. And then the Chicago Blackhawks. So again, I had the page of Eddie Belfour cards, but I was actually a big fan of Chicago too, even though they never really got a chance to do much until just the last few years. But wow, just Jimmy Waite, Jacques Cloutier, 3 of him. Chris Chelios. Dang. Doug Wilson. A lot of Dirk Graham. I don't remember him. A couple of Doug Wilsons, Mike Hudson. And this holographic card. I can't remember this. Oh, this was a McDonald's card. I don't know how it's going to show up on the camera, but this was actually, yeah, it was a McDonald's card. Chris Chelios. Cool. Some more Chicago. I actually, honestly, I kind of liked this uniform quite a bit. So I think that's why I tried to have a whole page with it there. Brent Sutter. A few names that I'm recognizing here. Another Chris Chelios. Wow. And then the Dallas Stars. I wonder if, yeah, because there's the Minnesota North Stars, it looks like. Is that Minnesota? Yeah, Minnesota North Stars. So I think this was right around the time, yeah, because there's a, oops, sorry, because there's a North Stars card back here. So I think I just kind of grouped those together. But yeah, we had like Dallas. So this was right around the time that they ended up moving from Minnesota to Dallas. So, wow. This must be a 97 card? What year is that? Yeah, 96, 97, okay. A little bit newer than I really thought, but we have some Yzerman cards, holding up the cup. And I'm not a huge Detroit fan, but I will say that I always thought that Yzerman was a class act. Another Sergei Fedorov card. Wow. Vladimir Konstantinov. I believe he was the one that, well, that's actually his rookie card. I have to look that one up too. I believe he was the one that was involved in that accident after the Red Wings won their cup in '97 that left him in a wheelchair, or at least he was in a wheelchair during the next season when they went to the playoffs and won back-to-back. And I remember the moment where Yzerman passed the cup to, took the cup over and set it so that he could hold it, right? Even though he was, incapacitated from this accident. It was, to me, it was such a class move that I really respected that. And like I said, not a huge fan of the Red Wings now, but during the Yzerman days, and I have a friend who will probably make me regret saying this, but during the Yzerman days, especially in like the late '90s, I was a big fan, mainly of him and the way that he conducted himself. But yeah, so. Jeez. Yeah, because that Vladimir Konstantinov card, that's from like '92. Chris Osgood, another one of my all-time favorite goalies. Jeez, this is something. The Edmonton Oilers, Craig McTavish, one of the last players to not wear a helmet during play. Peter Ing. I remember Peter Ing. Curtis Joseph. Wow. I don't know. This is probably way more fun for me than it is for others, and I do apologize. But I just thought it'd be kind of fun to sort of get these memories on video. Wow. Scott Thornton. Just not a ton of names that I recognize. It's been a long time. And then, of course, we have the 1989-90 Stanley Cup winning team, Mark Messier. And, I mean, as awesome as Gretzky was and as great as Gretzky was, Wayne Gretzky never won a cup without Messier, but Messier won 2 cups without Gretzky. And I just, there's got to be something to that, even if it's not reflected in the points. But Messier was just one of the all-time greats, hands down. Anatoly Semenov, his name sounds familiar. Jeff Bukaboom. The old Vancouver Canucks there. And I do have at least one Florida Panthers card. That's pretty cool. Dennis Potvin. Jeez. Here we go. This one kind of makes me sad. I loved the Hartford Whalers. The Carolina Hurricanes now, for those who aren't aware, but man, I don't know. I love the team. I love the logo. I wish that they could have. I wish they could have stayed in Hartford. But I guess it is what it is. Got a few pages here. Chris Tansel. I don't actually recognize his, but he was his rookie season. He was with the Islanders, or not the Islanders, the Whalers, but got traded. Pat Verbeek. That name sounds familiar. I actually got another one here. Another Pat, Mark Bergevin. Yeah, and then of course the Hartford Whalers team emblem card. God, that brings back memories. Okay, so I don't. Are these alphabetized? I know that there's a weird, huge gap between letters in the alphabet for hockey teams, but Los Angeles Kings, including their old purple and gold jersey, so that's pretty cool. Some more Minnesota. So this is Minnesota North Stars. I guess I have this one. A couple of Dallas Stars cards thrown in here as well, but I do have the Minnesota North Stars emblem card, which is cool. I think some of these were just like this guy, Ryan Walter. This probably shouldn't be here, but I think I was just looking for space. Obviously, I had reorganized this afterwards, but yeah, so Minnesota North Stars. I actually really like them as well. I'm glad that they got a team back. And then, of course, the Montreal Canadiens. A few doubles here, but that's okay. John LeClair. I like the original 6 logo down there. Claude Lemieux. Sylvain Turgeon. I remember that name rings a bell. Pat Burns as the coach. So it was kind of cool that they had like cards for the coaches there. Dennis Savard. Wow. Guy Carbonneau. Oh, this is a good time. I'm enjoying this. Jocelyn Thibault. Holy crud! I didn't realize I had a Jocelyn Thibault card. This is from 96, 97, so yeah, I guess I had a few cards in 98. That was probably the last time that I had put stuff in here, so that is, what, 98, so 2008, so that's 22 years. My goodness. Matthew Schneider. Another Dennis Savard, another Guy Carbonneau. Oh, man. Now the New Jersey Devils, Martin Brodeur. Again, another one of the all-time great goalies. The thing I always loved about Brodeur is he would make the most ridiculous saves you could imagine. But then, like, he would make this, like, insane save, but then the puck would just slowly trickle past him. And we always called it the trickler, and he was cursed with this trickler, and just constantly, letting in just some of the weakest goals after making an incredible stop. I don't know, I just always got a kick out of it. Also have a Scott Niedermayer card from 1992, and you know what? I much prefer the red and green jersey. Maybe in the minority there, but I really love the red and green jersey over the red and black. I don't know what it is. I just think it looked just visually cooler. I don't know. I guess it's because it's a combination you don't actually see a lot in hockey, but I loved that jersey. Peter Stastny. Jeez. Sylvain Turgeon. Wow. I don't know. I'm just having fun. I'm sorry. Scott Niedermayer again, 91 card. Claude Lemieux. Brendan Shanahan. Holy crap. I forgot that he was with New Jersey. Wow. I was with Detroit for the longest time. Most of my memories of him involved him being on Detroit, but there you go. New York Islanders, I don't think I have any cards with the Captain Highliner jersey, because you know what? People crap on that all the time, and I've done it myself, but I kind of miss that jersey. It was awful and it was stupid, but I still loved it. I don't know. Maybe I'm sort of in the minority there, but I loved that jersey. Al Arbor, Jeff Hackett, goodness, Dennis Potvin. The New York Rangers. I don't know if I have any Messier cards. Ty Domi, holy crap. That passed. Alexei Kovalev. Dang. Because I know Mike Richter. A lot of Mike Richter, actually. John Van Viesbroek. Because the Rangers won it in '94, so I would have been collecting cards at that time, but I don't think I have any. No, I don't have any. Geez, honestly, I didn't think I had any. I didn't think I had any Ottawa Senators cards, but there we go. Got a few there, including Alexei Yashin, 2 of him. Daniel Alfredson. Geez, I actually got some pretty decent guys there. The Broad Street Bullies, Philadelphia Flyers. Ron Hextall. This guy right here. Is probably one of the individuals that is highly responsible for equipment sizes in the modern NHL, because there was a point in time in which he was just like, I think he was wearing like lacrosse gear, so he had these huge shoulder pads, and he just looked like this just rectangle in the net. So I think after that they started really looking at equipment regulations. See who else here? Garth Snow. I remember him. Used to like him a lot too, actually. Jeez. Another my boy Ron. Eric Lindros, kind of unfortunate. His story with concussions and everything. Rick Tocchet. Oh man. Is that just one? Okay. Like I said, there's a lot of guys here that I don't have any memories of anymore. It's kind of a shame, because this was when I was really starting to get into hockey. There's another Ron Hextall, Rob Brendamore. Not a huge Brendamore fan, but I have one of his hockey cards, so there you go, I guess. Pittsburgh Penguins, Ulf Samuelsson. Oh boy, probably don't have any of the big names from the Penguins during this era, but still. Wendell Young, Paul Coffey. Oh, I'll take that one. Paul Coffey was one of the greats. Bob Johnson. I don't recognize too many of these guys. Mark Ricci, or Recchi, however you pronounce that. And then the Quebec Nordiques. Again, this is another team that I really, really miss. I have nothing against the Avalanche. I think that they were. I do wish that Quebec could have had that one more year, because literally the very season after Quebec left, the Nordiques left Quebec. That's when they won the Cup with the Avalanche. So, like, the Avalanche's first year in Colorado, they won the Stanley Cup. The one thing I will say that is probably good that they went when they did is I do remember this, they were looking at redesigning the Quebec Nordiques logo and jersey, because like this is meant to be like an igloo sort of thing is what it looks like. And you know what, I love these jerseys. These were some of the coolest looking jerseys, which is some of the most interesting design in the entire league in my opinion, with the I don't know how to pronounce it because I'm really bad at French, but like the symbol of Quebec basically all over the jersey. And but they were actually going to change that to like a black and turquoise, I think, coloration, so it wouldn't be like the blue and red. And they were going to get rid of this symbol, and instead they were going to have this like wolf's head, I think, or something like that. It was bad. It was really bad. But you know, I would love to see Quebec get another hockey team, and if they do, I would love to see these jerseys and this name come back, and this symbol, this logo, not the wolf one. because just no, we don't need that. But yeah, oh man. St. Louis Blues. So this is definitely not alphabetized. I think I was trying to and then gave up. Or is it? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe it sort of is. Yeah, actually, you know what? I think it still is. I think I'm just dumb. Well, I shouldn't say that. It's late at night. So yeah, St. Louis Blues, another team that I always really liked and thought they were vastly underrated, and I was really hoping that the season that they had Gretzky and Brett Hall on the team at the same time, I was really hoping that they were going to get the cup that year, but unfortunately it just wasn't meant to be. But they did get it last year, and I was really happy to see that, because this was another team that I really, really, really liked, and always thought that they deserved, better than what they got, unfortunately. Cujo, Curtis Joseph, another Curtis Joseph, so we got a couple of him there. Again, one of the great goalies of my generation, not people's generation today, but at least my generation. San Jose Sharks. This is a team that I hope gets something big at some point, because they deserve it. Jeez, I think they had just entered the league around this time. Like, I don't even know if they were. Was this their first year? It was like 90. I can't remember when they entered the league, but this was in the 90s. 91. I think they entered in 91, actually. I'm just trying to think. Anyway, but really cool there. A couple Tampa Bay Lightning cards, which again I didn't think that I had. Awesome Vancouver Canucks jersey that everyone hates, but you know what? I love it. Yeah, geez. I mean, nobody great off Tampa Bay, but again, I didn't think I had any Tampa Bay cards. And then, of course, we're getting into the Toronto Maple Leafs, but you know what? Peter Ring, I liked him. Wendell Clark, Scott Thornton. Geez, is that my only Toronto Maple Leafs page? Huh. Interesting. They have another Wendell Clark card in behind the Scott Thornton one. And here we go, the Vancouver Canucks. So again, you know what? I like this jersey. I'm not going to lie. I liked the skate. I like it better than the hockey rink logo that they had. And I the one with the orca whale in the sea, I liked that jersey better when it was like the black and burgundy, because again, just sort of an unusual color pairing. The green and blue just doesn't really do it for me. But yeah, there we go. I wish I could remember some of these guys. Peter Nedved, that's a name that I recognize. Another Peter Nedved card. Washington Capitals. Wow, yeah, Theo Fleury. Peter Bondra. I do remember Peter Bondra. Such a weird, like, kind of time capsule going back to. I honestly was never huge into the Washington Capitals, and I will say that again, as far as their jerseys go, I think that the Eagle one with the black and the blue coloration, to me that was their best jersey. And the Winnipeg Jets, the current Phoenix Coyotes, Arizona Coyotes, but hey, we got the Jets back again. I'm wondering if I have any of the more famous players. Probably not. I don't recognize like any of these guys, but I had a bunch of them. Wow. And then I think this is just sort of a, holy crap, Ron Wilson. Is that the same? Must be the same Ron Wilson. I don't know. But yeah, so this is just, again, a really great trip down memory lane for me. Oh, okay. No, wait. I do have a Yager. Jaromir Jagr. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to have to go back and But looks, that's just another page of, well, Islanders, Oilers. Just one Oilers card. Anyway, that's cool stuff. But yeah, so Stephen Rice, Ray Shepard. But yeah, Jaromir Jagr. I do have a Jagr card. I mean, my God, he spent like 100 years in the NHL. I should have at least one of his cards. God, Mark Messier. I do have a Messier card when he was with the Rangers. So there we go. And then yeah, Gordie Howe. Gordie Howe, number 9. Jesus, heritage, some heritage ones. I actually really like another Messier card. Forgot with the Oilers. Brett Hull, Man of the Year. Good Lord. And some of the trophies. And I really like these vintage cards. It's really, really cool. And then, okay, this is some of the bigger names here. So Brett Hull, Darren Turcotte, Bobby Clark, Gordie Howe, Mark Messier, Phil Esposito, Stan Mikita, another Gordie Howe. Well, same Gordie Howe, but wow. And then All-Star one. So Brian Leetch, Rick Tocchet, Luc Robitaille, Al McGuinness, the 1991 All-Star game, Yari Curry. Oh man, like this is, I think this is just where I had my leftovers. I was trying to organize them somewhat, but oh man, this is Trevor Linden. Oh, I do have them. Okay, I've got Mario Lemieux cards. They're just all the way back here. So I got 3. Mario Lemieux. None of those are doubled up. Yeah, Mario Lemieux. There we go. Owen Nolan. So again, I'm sorry if this is not interesting to any of you watching, but I don't know. I just wanted to have this on camera. Oh man, I don't know. This is a time capsule for me that I am opening here. I mean, international USA hockey, Mike Modano, another Stan Mikita. I think that is it. Actually, that Stan Mikita card is double face, so I think I have a few of those. But anyway, that was me traveling back in time. And I don't know. This is something that I really enjoyed doing, and I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but man, this has been a trip for me. Sorry for the dust. Like I said, it's been a long time. 22 years to be precise since the last time I probably actually opened this. But oh man, I don't know. It's just I don't know. There's just something special about this for me. So yeah, thanks for watching. For anyone that did, and you know what? Let's discuss this in the comments below. What are some of your favorite NHL teams or sports teams in general? It doesn't have to be just hockey. Yeah, just let me know what some of your favorite sports and teams and players are. Because I mean, I had fun doing this, and I'm sure there are probably some of you that if you did watch this and maybe recognize some of the names that I didn't, but this was, like I said, just an absolute blast for me, and I hope that you at least got a little bit of interest in seeing some of these old relics from decades ago. So thank you guys again very much for watching. I do appreciate it, and I will see you next time. Take care.